couple weeks ago, Fortnite launched Fortnite Reload, a new game mode featuring an alternative, quicker take on the Battle Royale. And this is the most fun that I have had playing Fortnite in quite some time. Fortnite Reload takes 40 players, drops them on a smaller Battle Royale map filled with fan-favorite weapons and locations from Fortnite past, and lets them respawn infinitely as long as they have one player standing. A series of changes that don't really read all that interestingly on paper, but in execution make for a really interesting twist on the Fortnite formula. I've talked a lot in the past about the value of reducing Fortnite's downtime with stuff like the PvE events in past seasons, but Reload is really interesting, because Reload reduces the downtime by essentially cutting out the mid-game. You scramble for a weapon, and then it's almost non-stop firefights till the game ends. It feels a lot like your more traditional team deathmatch game mode found in older shooters, but it doesn't sacrifice any of the core elements that make Fortnite what it is. It's a bit of a chaotic mess, but it's a chaotic mess that preserves the fun of Fortnite. And that's way more than I can say about the current season. Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is Fortnite wrecked. After a large sandstorm, we're going full post-apocalyptic heavy metal junker aesthetic. And in line with this season is all about cars. There's more car mods contained in these Mario Kart-like item boxes. All the PvE bosses have big fancy cars for you to steal. The map now has these boost rings dotted around the place, and you can drive around faster and for longer with the new edition of Nitro. And maybe I'm in the minority, but I never found the cars to be a particularly appealing part of Fortnite. I don't think they control all that amazingly, and especially in solos where you can't operate the guns and the car at the same time, I find the fact that this is the season's defining gimmick kind of exhausting. My first round in this new season, I got into one of the big special cars and proceeded to just shit on every single person in the lobby, winning the game with like 30 eliminations. And while I had fun, I think that one round was all I needed of this gameplay style to feel like I'd played it enough. It's quite a dramatic shift from your more typical Fortnite gameplay, and while I do typically love changes like this for the sake of variety, I don't think this season was particularly well thought out. Like, okay, so because the cars are the main focus of the season, a lot of the new map areas are large empty spaces with ramps designed for vehicle combat. But when you're on foot, which in an average game of Fortnite is pretty common, these areas blend together and become a pain to navigate. And the natural answer to this would be to find a car. This is the car season, you need to be in a car. And that's how it was in the beginning. If you weren't in a car, you were screwed. Except people complained that the car gameplay became far too overpowering, leading to vehicles getting nerfed into the ground. So now your average player can stand a much better chance against the war tank, meaning that it's far more likely for your vehicle to be destroyed, meaning that it's far more likely that you will find yourself without a vehicle in these open spaces. You could try to mitigate this issue with Nitro, which alongside the aforementioned vehicle buffs also allows on-foot players to move faster and bust through walls, essentially making this season superhumans versus cars, but that was really strong against build players, so people complained and that got nerfed into the ground too. You used to be able to bust through everything like the Juggernaut, but now you bounce off even the smallest of obstacles, like fences and bushes, things that would just be faster to walk through normally. It seems to me like the Fortnite dev team was a little too reactionary when it came to these sweeping nerfs. Like, I already thought this season was kinda boring, but now the big season-defining mechanics are shadows of what they once were, and it becomes far harder to praise the things I like the new PvE challenges, when the core of the season has become so thoroughly gutted. And all of this in combination with the continuous nerfs to Battle Pass XP and a lot of attention being shown on the other, less popular Fortnite game modes has led to this whole season feeling kinda bad. Like, this is the first time in years that I haven't had the motivation to keep up playing. Me, a guy who literally makes money off of talking about Fortnite, didn't want to talk about Fortnite. Isn't that crazy? And I'm far from alone with this. Anti-Fortnite sentiment has been at an all-time high lately, and last time that was the case, they launched Fortnite OG. This time around, we have Fortnite Reload, which seems specifically built to please people who have issues with the current season. People don't like the cars? Well, fine, this new game mode is entirely on foot. People don't like how stale and samey the Battle Royale has become? fine, we can mix it up a little. Instead of a more open map with the freedom for players to do anything they can imagine, we get a small, tightly knit map to accommodate the more boots on the ground gameplay. People don't like the new items and locations? We can just use the old items and locations that we know they'll like for sure. It's the perfect balance of listening to player critiques and nostalgia baiting to make for a game mode that will be universally enjoyed by the Fortnite player base. And it is. Even right now, weeks after its launch, Reload has the most players of any of the core Fortnite game modes. And frankly, the Fortnite dev team's crisis management efforts deserve to be commended. I wish they could bust out this same problem-solving speed for other issues the game has, like fixing wraps for the loadouts, but a win's a win. But what worries me about this whole situation is, what happens next time? These Fortnite mismanagement issues are happening more and more frequently. More and more of the community are becoming hopeless about the future of the game, and at some point wheeling out tilted towers every couple months to appease fans is going to get old. Fortnite has dropped Battle Royale as a sole focus, and they've all but dropped the ongoing storyline in favor of pursuing this huge metaverse endeavor. And for what? The game doesn't feel like it's in a better place than it was 2 years ago. And this latest season has shown most clearly that maybe they just don't have what it takes to keep this machine going forever. What Fortnite Wrecked lacks most is a sense of cohesion. The new gameplay additions don't really make all that much sense in the older locations, and those additions in their current state don't really work all that well with each other. Even the cosmetics don't make much sense in this environment. Why is Magneto the collaboration character in the Diesel Punk Battle Pass? And on that, why are we doing Pirates of the Caribbean this season? Are you telling me that there was no one in the Fortnite Mega IP grab bag that made a little more sense? Like, we couldn't get a more relevant property that features cars driving in a wasteland? Mad Max just got a movie, Borderlands is getting a movie, and if we needed to stick to Marvel, give us Old Man Logan, or someone to tie in with the new MCU movie, which looks like it's gonna feature a large set piece in the desert driving cars. It just feels like there's such a lack in confidence when it comes to the delivery of the latest Fortnite content. Which is weird, cause you're fucking Fortnite. You're the biggest game in the world. If I was in the director's chair, I think I would have just doubled down. You know what? This one's a weird season. We've had weird seasons in the past that were heavily dominated by oppressive gameplay mechanics, and this one's another one of those. Let's ride it out. But instead, they scrambled to sanitize the non-standard casual gameplay for the more competitive folk. Except all the competitive folk have moved over to Fortnite Reload, leaving everyone kind of unsatisfied with the current product. I think Fortnite OG has opened up a Pandora's box for the Fortnite player base. As Fortnite continued on through its various chapters, the game evolved, and as such, the audience evolved as well. And with the implementation of Fortnite OG, I think a lot of people who may not have cared or even noticed these changes as they occurred suddenly became acutely aware of how different things actually were. And worse over, a lot of people learned that if they complained loud enough for long enough, Fortnite will listen. The fan base has been permanently divided between old school and new school, and this whole situation with Fortnite Wrecked and Reload just proves to me that they still don't exactly know how to dance on that line. And it's tiring. I've been talking about Fortnite a lot lately, and I'm tired of it, you're tired of it. It's the same problems every time. There's always more big crossovers on the horizon, yet less actual fixes for the long-term health of the game. Yeah, we got Lego, but with Lego, we've also broken the customization, severely limited the amount of items that show up in the daily shop, and have undertaken a Sisyphean effort to make custom Lego models of near every Fortnite skin. But at least we can recoup these losses by charging for Lego sets. In Fortnite, I'm sick of it. I'm done. We're not talking about Fortnite on this channel until I make like 10 other videos on other topics. And hopefully by then, there will be something positive to talk about. See ya.